Hi everyone. In today's video, I'm going to talk about my top 2 hacks for being successful with Airbnb. Coming up. Hi everyone, this is Ernesto from AttaBoyCowBoy, and on this channel we give investment tips to help you grow your wealth faster. So one of the strategies we use is Airbnb, and today I'm going to give you my top 2 hacks for being successful on their platform. Tip number 1, never decline anyone. Okay, Airbnb, Uber, a lot of these services, they don't really want you declining people because that makes people unhappy. Imagine yourself at 10 o'clock at night, a Saturday night, you're on your phone looking for a place to go with you and your girlfriend or your boyfriend or whatever, and you keep sending requests and people keep declining you. It could be real frustrating, and it makes people not really want to use the service. So Airbnb, Uber, these companies, they're worried about filling their service and making their revenue. You, on the other hand, you're concerned about the quality of the people that are coming to your home, right? Like, we try to avoid people that smoke or smoke marijuana or anything like that because it causes a lot of damage. Most people don't like that. So if someone comes into your place and they smoke, all your cushions and your curtains and everything are going to have a foul odor, and it takes a lot of work to clean it out. So you may not have enough time to get it clean for the next guest that's coming. So it's counterintuitive to want to accept everyone. The problem is that if you decline people, you get pushed down the queue. So in Los Angeles, there's about 16,000 listings. So let's say it's a Friday night and I have an empty unit and I want to make sure it gets booked because I don't want the empty space, right? If you have empty space, you lose the revenue. So you want to make sure that you're higher up in the queue versus at the end of the line. The more people that you accept and the faster that you respond, Airbnb has an algorithm. It actually pushes you up in the line. So you're more likely to succeed if they succeed. So it's kind of a win-win situation. Now, if I get someone that I don't really want because of their smoking habits or their pets or whatever the issue might be, I'm not necessarily going to decline them, but what I'll do is I'll send them a special offer. So if the room is renting for about $50, I'll send them a special offer for twice the amount, for about $100. So someone that's over here shopping in the $50 range isn't going to all of a sudden book for $100, right? That's not usual. And if they do, then you'll get twice as much. Maybe it's worth the hassle. But to be honest with you, it rarely happens. By sending them a special offer that's twice as much, you're not declining the person, but yet they're not going to book it because it's not favorable to them. It's not in the price range you're looking for. By not declining, you're going to be at the top of the line every time. You're going to get a lot of requests. That really, really helps me. That's been one of our keys to success, is never declining. And if someone sends an automatic booking, not instant book, we don't use instant book because that brings in a lot of situations we just don't want to deal with. I'll decline it and then immediately send a special offer. If it's an inquiry, send a special offer. If it's someone you don't want, double the price. So that's our first strategy. Never decline anyone. That's going to help you move up in their algorithm, which is a robot, and it helps move people to the front of the line that are booking more frequently. That way Airbnb is more inclined to get their revenue. So that's the first tip. Tip number 2 is don't be afraid to give refunds. Now, anyone that has any experience in this knows that there's a lot of hustlers out there, and there's a lot of people that are constantly trying to make up scenarios to try to get refunded. And in my experience, it seems like Airbnb is rarely on the host side. That's just my opinion. But so the way to protect yourself from that is, I'm going to give you an example. A couple days ago, we were installing solar panels on a house. And at the end of the day, the girl wrote to me. She says, hey, you know what? I work from home. I wasn't able to work all day. I had someone up on top of the roof for about 6 hours. Yada, yada, yada. Okay, well, that's reasonable. The thing is that she never told us that she was working from home. We try not to book people that are working from home because they use up a lot of utilities and they put a lot of wear and tear in the unit. So we were actually unaware of that, but she's already in the unit, so what can we do? So what she was requesting is a refund for the entire day. Now that particular unit is a high value unit. It's $200 a day. So $200 is a big loss, and those workers did not finish. They were going to come back the next day. So she was going to be asking for another day if I gave her the first day. So we're talking about a $400 loss. That's a lot of money. So basically what we did was, instead of just flat out telling her no and getting her upset and causing a bunch of other issues and then having her go to Airbnb and they'll probably give them their money anyway, what we did was we told her, hey, you know what, that's reasonable. I apologize for the inconvenience. What we're gonna do is we're gonna refund you the time that you were inconvenienced. So basically, instead of giving her $400, we got 6 hours one day, 6 hours the next day. It's 12 hours. That's actually half a day, $100. So we gave her back $100 instead of $400. So she feels like she won. She got some money back, and it seems reasonable that you were refunded for the amount of time that you're inconvenienced. Sometimes we have scenarios where someone's inconvenienced for an hour or two because they clogged the toilet or they did some other kind of damage and they're upset. They want their money back. Obviously, it wasn't your fault, but the thing is that if you don't do it, you risk losing everything. So it's better just to take that small loss and avoid the big loss. Okay, so those are the top 2 strategies. Thank you for listening, and if you haven't already, please subscribe.